Barak the Yahweh, Barakatha Yehoshua, Barak the Yahweh, Barakatha Yehoshua, Ba Hashem Rakakwadash, the honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled Degenerate Behavior. So long, Eve. Jeremiah chapter 2 and 21. Yet I, referring to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, had planted you a noble vine. Noble means what? Highborn. Okay? The Most High planted us as a highborn nation. Okay? How so? Let's go to the book of Psalms. Chapter 147 and verse 19. He shows his word unto Jacob. Symbolic also for the Most High planting us as a noble vine. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel, he has not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise you, Yahweh. Let's go to Lamentations, chapter 2 and 15. And all that passed by clapped their hands due to rejoicing. Okay? All that passed by clapped their hands. Okay? And the all is referring to who? Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Verse 1. Keep not you silence, O power, hold not your peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, your enemies make a tumult, and they that hate you have lifted up the head. Meaning what? The Edomites at this time frame, as well as these other nations at one time, have came into power. Now we are in the age of Esau, the Edomites. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against your people and consulted against your hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Okay? For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against you, beginning with the tabernacles of Edom, trickling down to these other nations, the joint heirs. Okay? Back into Psalms 147 and 10, he shows his judgment unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Back into Lamentations, chapter 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at you. Hence Psalms 83 chapter. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. Daughter of Jerusalem, meaning us as an entire nation, right? Hence being in a degenerate mindset, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Now, look, they classified or identified us as the perfection of beauty. Going back into what? We received the laws, statutes, and the commandments. So back into Jeremiah 2 and 11, Slack 2 and 21. Yet I had planted you a noble vine, wholly a right seed. So all of us Israelites are righteous, and therefore in the kingdom of heaven we will all be righteous, going into the agreement, okay, of the new covenant. But at this time frame, 2/3 of our people located in the U.S. will not make it, as well as the non-elect outside of America. Okay? So again, yet I have planted you a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then are you turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? And the reason why we became a degenerate plant is because we played the harlot, committing spiritual fornication, okay, on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Now, when we investigate the term degenerate, and according to the etymon, having lost or suffered impairment to the qualities proper to the race or kind, meaning what? Ultimately, from a spiritual perspective, okay, we at one time no longer, okay, utilize the laws, statutes, and the commandments, okay, to regulate our lifestyles, to be inferior to one's ancestors. Remember, our forefather Abraham, a covenant was made amongst him and Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And that agreement was that the Most High would be our power, and in return, we would be his people. To become unlike one's race or kind, fall from ancestral quality, okay? And at this time frame, the Most High is only dealing with, right, the power of Israel. Galatians 6 and 16, and as many as walk from a spiritual standpoint, goes into how we conduct ourselves, utilizing the laws, statutes, and the commandments to the best of our abilities. Okay, and now we have a time frame of grace and mercy through Yahweh Shai. And furthermore, we still practice the laws to the best of our abilities. So with faith, we must have what works according to the book of James. So again, Galatians 6 and 16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and on the Israel of the Most High. So via spiritual fornication, okay, we became degenerates, all right? And Therefore, according to the term degenerate, right? To be inferior to one's ancestors, to become unlike one's race or kind, fall from ancestral quality. Now, our women, okay, supposed to be princes, okay? This is 1 Peter 3:1. And let's get that in the NLT. 1 Peter 3:1. In the same way, you wives must accept the authority of your husbands. Okay, so according to 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, all right, the order is Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, the Israelite man, the Israelite woman. Then even if some refuse to obey the good news, your godly lives will speak to them without any words. Meaning what? Leading by your example and not by what you say. They will be won over by seeing your conduct, your behavior, in the format of action. Verse 2, by observing your pure and reverent lives, don't be concerned about the outward beauty of fancy hairstyles, expensive jewelry, or beautiful clothes. You should clothe yourselves instead with the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to the Most High. This is how the holy women of old made themselves beautiful. So, how did the holy women of old beautify themselves? By clothing yourselves instead with beauty. Salaki, let me read it like this. You should clothe yourselves instead with the beauty that comes from within. Okay, it's all about your spirit. Okay, you should clothe yourselves instead with the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to the Most High. This is how the holy women of old made themselves beautiful. They trusted the Most High and accepted the authority of their husbands. Verse 6, for instance, Sarah obeyed her husband, Abraham, and called him her master. You are her daughters when you do what is right without fear of what your husbands might do, because it's a mindset within you, okay? And your husband doesn't have to talk about the consequences or show you in action. And that's the point. For instance, Sarah obeyed her husband Abraham and called him her master. You are her daughters when you do what is right without fear of what your husbands might do. Titus 2:1. As for you, Titus, promote the kind of living that reflects wholesome teaching, teaching the older men to exercise self-control, to be worthy of respect, and to live wisely. They must have sound faith and be filled with love and patience. Similarly, teach the older women to live in a way that honors the Most High. They must not slander others or be heavy drinkers. Instead, they should teach others what is good. These older women must train the younger women to love their husbands and their children, to live wisely and be pure, to work in their homes, to do good, and to be submissive to their husbands. Then they will not bring shame on the word of the Most High. And so, also, ladies, when y'all are born again, too, you have to rehearse the righteous acts to the best of your ability as well. All right? Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand you in the ways and see and ask for the old paths located in the scriptures. Okay? Where is the good way? And this is the good way. And walk therein, meaning how we regulate our lifestyle. And you shall find rest for your spirits. But they said, we will not walk therein. So we know that you have the non-elect, or the 2/3 inside of America, and the non-elect outside of America, which also consists of women. Okay? And only the elect woman will be saved. Okay? This video was inspired by this video. Also, video will be used for our use. Daughter 20, daughter is 20 and mom is 45.
Julio at the Fulio. Bitch, I called your motherfucking phone. That's how you do me, ho. Don't let me find out you with that groupie, ho. You gon' be with Tupac when I come shoot up that studio.
And that's a fucking shame. Okay? So according to the scripture, or scriptures, we have read, okay, for this lesson, okay, these hoes are degenerates, right? And let's get one more. Ezekiel 16:44. Behold, everyone that use proverbs shall use this proverb against you, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. Okay, I'm utilizing this scripture for this lesson. So, the mom is a whore, of course the daughter will be a whore. If the mom acts like this, of course the daughter will act like this, because the mom basically has set the standard for whorish behavior. Okay? And according to scriptures, this type of behavior is not woman-like, right? A woman is a servant for her husband. Okay, a servant for her father first and foremost, up until she gets married. So Lord will, you are edified. Shalom.